It doesn't pay to be too hip. It takes a satirical look at the language used by beatniks and hippies in the 50s and 60s. And this was covered by the Chadwick U3A in 1964. It's sort of spoken rather than sung. And it sort of feels like I need some bongos or something. Well, for a long time now, I've been aware that I'm so hip, the rest of the world is square. So I'll tell all you people, just take my tip, it doesn't pay to be too hip. Now, just last week, I found myself in the red, with no way to meet my overhead. So I went to my buddy and I asked him for some bread. And here's what he said. He said, sure, you want white bread, rye bread, pumpernickel, whole wheat, cracked wheat, bagels, challa or bialy. I said, later. He said, you mean 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock? I said, like later, baby. He said, you mean Thursday or Friday or Saturday? I said, forget it. Now, I was feeling uptight, so I went to see the man. I heard he had a little stuff on hand. I said, tell me, baby, can you spare some pot? He said, you're welcome, man, to anything I got. I got steel pots, brass pots, cast iron, aluminium, Pyrex. I said, cool it. He said, you mean to put it in the refrigerator? I said, no, I mean like, cool it. He said, you mean turn on the air conditioning? I said, forget it. Now I was feeling strung out and hung up and brought down. There was nobody hip like in the whole damn town. Then I met this chick, and she was long and tall. And I asked her, she had a ball. She said, football, baseball, volleyball, basketball, handball, pinball, bowling ball. I said, you're putting me on. She says, on the train, on the plane, on the bus, or on the subway. I said, no, I want to make it. She said, make what? I said, a scene. I said, I want to make a scene. She said, Shakespeare, Clifford Odets, Arthur Miller, or Pirandello. I said, forget it. And then she says, you know what I'd like to do? I said, no, what? And she says, I'd like to make love to you. So I lean back, close my eyes, and I says, go, baby, go! And she left.